get with this, cause this is where it's at. You can get with this, or you can get with that. You can get with this, or you can get with that. You can get with this.
Welcome everybody to This Is It. It's your boy Hollywood DA. Another goodie in the hoodie. We back again. About to catch up on some fire show. If you're not watching, you should be watching it. It's season 5 of Snowfall. I got my guys in here with me. First off, we got my man, Phenom 202. What's up, man?
Phenom 202, DDA representative. Yo, cinematic masterpieces, yo. I love Snowfall. That shit is great from the beginning to now. Who can't wait to jump into it, yo. Yo, let's get it, yo.
There it is. And also, last but not least, my man Corey Roy down there. What's up, Corey?
Yo, man. Hey, I'm excited about this. Let's get into it. I mean, Snowfall's a captivating show from beginning to end. I've been on this ride. Yo, I'm ready to get into it with y'all fellas, man. Let's go.
So that's what's up. Yeah. Like I said, it's the season premiere of Snowfall, a 2-parter. They got our asses from 10 to midnight. What the hell?
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
man.
We old. But I stayed up and watched it. So season 5 of Snowfall has finally arrived. All our favorites are back. We got Franklin Snake, motherfucking Leon, Aunt Louie, my girl, Jammin' Jerome, and Teddy, a.k.a. Don't Call Me Reed No More. So... like on the show, it's been like a 16-month time gap from the end of season 4 since we last saw Franklin and the family, and we're getting caught up. The show opens up with something that was crazy, which was my boy Len Bias, ODing, number 2 pick for the Boston Celtics. You know, if you know him, if you don't know him, you should go look him up. But it was a good way to jump into the show, let you know how the 80s cocaine was crazy, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Was that kind of like a throwback? I was surprised they threw it up. I was like, oh shit. I mean, like how this slid it in there.
That was surprising.
That was surprising.
I mean, because it really makes you think like, oh shoot, this is a point in history and time right now from the 80s. Because that was a big deal when Len Bias died. He was about to be on the Celtics show. The Celtics were going to be off the chain until that unfortunate incident happened.
Yeah, he was supposed to take over the Celtics, man, because Bird was declining. Yeah, he was the next. I mean, people say he could have been better than Jordan, yo.
Yeah, that's that's why people always. I mean, not always, but that's the only one thing with Jordan. He ain't really have like a rival on his level. Len Bias was supposed to be it. So it's sad. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace to that man. It was crazy way to go out draft night, or was it the day after?
But they kind of used some of the language. They kind of used some of the language in the episode because he kept saying he was a horse. Because he kept snorting all that cocaine. And that's what they were saying. He was so big. He was 6'8", 240. He was like LeBron size.
Oh, yeah.
And was killing those lines, yo.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. So, we'll get into it. Like I said, it's been a little time gap. Reed's out the picture. Like, the whole landscape is kind of changing. We get to this party. Like Franklin goes to the party. He meets up with his new CIA connect, Grady. Grady's there for a good time. Grady's like, fuck all this CIA shit. I'm gonna sell these drugs. I'm a drug dealer. I'm about to live like a drug dealer. We learn a little bit about the business as well as Franklin is talking about how the other cartels are moving in. Like, shit ain't sweet as what it used to be. Like, this deal you used to give me ain't the same deal because now it's tons and tons of cocaine. It's not just them anymore bringing all the cocaine. So, got any thoughts about Grady, though? Like, I like Grady, man.
I mean, he was totally opposite of Teddy.
Yeah.
He was, because, he was, like, in the lifestyle. He's like, fuck it. I'm going hard. I'm in it. We had the women around, the cars, the mansion.
Oh, yeah.
Yo.
Yeah, he's totally different. I mean, he's swimming in women. Like, he's like, this is my lifestyle, and I'm gonna have fun. Like, he got parties, pool, girls. He's more about the fun side of the business than actual business. So. But I like him though. I like him.
I'm slow because I didn't even realize Shorty that was there. The girl who knocked it down was the shooter, like one of the shooter joints from season 4. You know what I'm saying? The crazy joints. I was like, that dude living on the wild side.
Yeah, he wild, yo. He wild. Totally different from Teddy. Yeah. Teddy about business.
Yeah, and also I forgot one part too was now that they on like Franklin them, they living the life, yo. All of them living
They
the life.
all on.
Franklin got him. He flying private planes and shit. I was like, oh shit, it's a throwback because when he took his first plane ride.
Yeah. You can
So
definitely tell that the level of business involvement is like it's on a whole nother level now. Like he's not the Franklin State. They're making bank now.
Yeah.
Clearly, they are really making bank now. You can tell because he ain't hiding the money in the hood like he used to now. He got a whole nother scheme going on. So yeah, it's cool to see the growth.
Oh yeah. And speaking of like people spending that dough, we come up to Jerome and Louie. Aunt Louie, my girl. I can't front you. I love Aunt Louie.
Mm-hmm.
She was up there in her escritarian. Is that how you say it? Come on, if you know I'm the local wordsmith. What is it?
I don't know what the fuck you're trying to say. I guess escritarian. What you trying to say?
Yeah, there you go, man. What the fuck?
Esquire.
Whatever the fuck. Lawyer.
Man, y'all schooling me. I just
riding on horses. That's what she is. Equestrian. There you go. Equestrian.
He said escritarian.
Escritarian. I don't know. Jesus is my Lord and Savior. That's all.
Equestrian. You know?
There you go. She got the whole outfit on, you know what I'm saying? The hat and all that shit. Got my boy Jerome on the horse. And like I said, they living the lifestyle because not only she doing some rich people shit, he was like, yo,
that's crazy.
You like this horse? Fuck it, I bought this.
Yeah.
I bought two
they
horses.
Bought both of them.
And I don't know shit about escritarian, whatever the fuck the word is. I do know this. Them motherfuckers get paid. They get horses expensive, yo. Them studs.
Oh yeah.
They populate. That's like 100 G's, yo. They're the best man horse on earth. But y'all happy to see Aunt Louie and Jerome, jamming Jerome.
Hell yeah. Man, I love Jerome, yo.
Yeah.
Jerome the best, yo. Just the way he talk, his swagger. He love him some Ludo for real. Yeah, like that's his girl through and through. But she cool though. Like, yeah, that's true, man. I just love seeing them two together. I mean, she about her business. She's good. She good. I mean, and yo, who don't love Jerome? That's a funny ass dude, man.
Still
I mean, just hearing him say, yeah, I done bought both these horses. You know?
Yeah. That's how they're talking.
You like that? Huh? I done bought both these horses.
I like how he stepped into the lifestyle. I mean, he was so apprehensive at first about getting to the cocaine, dealing with the cartels and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And like as he should have been. And then, now he's in it. They got the money.
Oh yeah,
man, you gotta go hard with it. But you could tell they love it on their clothes, their activities.
Mm-hmm.
The way they look, the way they move, everything is different.
Oh yeah, it's definitely 80s, yo. He rocking that Jerry curl on that horse.
Yeah, he ain't don't let it go. Everybody else don't let it go. He like fuck this. But he OG.
He holding on, yo.
He OG.
Yeah, he ready for the world.
But that's so
This is 86, so yeah, the curl was still in effect.
The curly kid.
Also, we get introduced to Franklin's new lady. I think her name is Veronique. I can't say her name. Veronique. How am I leaving?
I hope I couldn't say it either.
But yeah, but look like she on top of her game, businesswoman, all types. You know what I'm saying? She working with Franklin. She got a plan. Yeah. She's like, yo, we don't be a motherfucking power couple. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I definitely like how they introduced her. You know what I'm saying? Him in the meeting. They get a little sexy. He's like, you don't get in trouble. She's like, fuck it, I'm the boss. So that's a live shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on that, Phenom?
I mean, I like how they finally gave Franklin a girl. Like somebody he can roll with.
They gave him a woman.
Because
they finally gave him a
legit,
woman. My bad.
A woman. I'm sorry, a woman. Mm-hmm. I forgot. He's not young anymore. He was like 21, 22 right now. But she's smart. She knows she wants to get him out the game. She knows you can take that money and we can own the city. You just got to get with me with it and take care of me. And Franklin seemed like he in love, yo. I mean, like, he got shot by his last boo.
Yeah.
He did.
You know what I'm saying? But I mean, he deserved it. He killed a father, yo. But and she knew it.
But that last episode, she was like, just say it. He was like, I'm out. Whatever the fuck. I saw ass. She was like, just give me the satisfaction of saying it. He was like, I'm out. Like, stay your ass out here. My bad. Go ahead. I like that scene.
Nah, but I just think I want to see how this turned out. I mean, I just want to see how they. But I'm trying to figure out how she ended up with him. They never show how they linked up.
Yeah,
they never.
Later,
True. They never really showed that.
How she know what he does? Like, how did that come about? Like, she's legit, smart, owns a business, messing with a drug dealer, a big drug dealer.
Yeah.
How does she be like?
But I'm okay with that.
Safe life,
I'm sure
that safe lifestyle to I can go to jail or get killed, mess with a cartel lifestyle.
She has a lifestyle.
I gotta see that dynamic though.
It's not so much she was living a safe lifestyle. She's living a I'm trying to get paper lifestyle. So I'm sure.
Yeah, because to me,
go ahead, Corey. Go ahead.
No. I was going to say, like, to me, I really like this because it seemed like Franklin Saint found a woman that was on his level, thinking the same way he's thinking.
Yeah.
Like, how can we make this paper? How can we flip this paper? It's about business. Regardless of what business we in, I'm about business. So if you in the drug business, then that's business for us, and that's how the way she think. So she's fully invested in what he's in. She has no reservations to me as far as what he's in, as long as it's about the business. And that's what she's in. So to me, I think it's good to see her fully invested like that. And I like seeing that she is right on his equal and somebody he could bounce ideas off, relate to it, and ride or die, because he's never really had that, which I think this is going to probably, take him to another level that he's really trying to get to. Because we'll talk about it later on why he always get pigeonholed.
But yeah,
well, I will say this though. Let me add this little bar, and I'm passing to Ollie. But when you have somebody like that, that becomes your weakness too. So I'm trying to see will she be either a asset or a liability going forward. You know
That's
what I'm
very
saying?
true.
Well, I'll say this. I mean, she like Corey said, she's in this like shit business. She's in the eyes wide open. Like, it ain't no like. I don't know what he does for his money. I just know he has a lot of money. He's in sanitation, some shit. Like, how he like, but that's why
Sopranos.
But that's why I kind of just kick back with you there, because she's in this eyes wide. She knows what it is. You know what I'm saying? And she's unaccepted it. So I don't think she isn't like a soft like his. For lack of a better term, like how his mom was. His mom was like, yeah, well, when we don't get out, like, no, she's not in it. Like, she's like, yo, let's take over. We don't get out one day, but no, first we got to. It ain't like let's buy a building. No, we got to buy this whole. Like Corey said, we try to buy the city, and then maybe we'll think. Then maybe we'll think about getting out. You know what I mean? She got goals too. So that's the only reason I don't think it's like no. As far as like her maybe being his weakness. If anything, she'll be the one telling him to kick ass. Like, I still be a time when he's gonna be like, I don't know. She's like, yo, motherfucker, you better get out there.
Oh, I'm not saying
you better do this.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm not
You're
saying
gonna put the gun in his hand, like, you better take care of this now.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I can see that.
Weakness, like,
yeah.
Well, I'm not saying weakness like she's gonna stop her from doing stuff. I think, he's gonna like kidnapping. Or somebody do something to her to make him do stuff. You know what I'm saying? He never had that for real. You know what I mean? He it's always been him. So we'll see how it goes. Yeah, I mean, it's 2 episodes there. So
And now one last thing, I'm not stressed out on her or whatever. One thing I do want to shout out to Casson. They ain't just giving the light skin, wavy hair girl type of shit. You know what I'm saying?
I appreciated that.
And I was like, all right, finally, a real black woman on the camera. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
I appreciated that too, man. And that was one of the main things I noticed. I was like, you know what? Finally, a dark-skinned female on camera. They had to be, somebody else. So I appreciated that too.
Exactly. So talking about love of our lives and this and that, the former love of Leon's life, Wanda. You know what I'm saying? They throw her back in the scene. And Wanda's out here working hard for $1, yo. You know what I'm saying? So she out here doing her, I guess, phone
Girl
sex
six.
Girl 6. There you go.
976 numbers.
Yeah, 976. And it's crazy because that was the thing back then too. Remember, like, it was so many damn 976 commercials.
Yes.
It's wild when you think about it. You like, yo, motherfuckers really call that shit.
You forget about them numbers used to pop up on the screen. Oh man, forget.
So she's
That was the
clean
80s.
though. She's clean. I guess she's living in Franklin's mom. He let her put it in the old crib, but she out here trying to do what she can do, yo. I mean, what y'all think about Wanda working hard? Man, Corey, what you think, man? What about Wanda?
Look,
6.
I was surprised to actually see her for real because I thought she was done. I mean, Wanda was like done. You could have cooked her and baked her 10 times over. She was coked out, smoked out, cracked out. I mean, but to see her clean, it was good to see that she kind of is finding her way, getting her stride. I did not expect her to be girl 6 on the phone line, but I like that though. But it's gonna be real interesting because she reminds me of Pookie. Right now, I'm in my mind. I'm thinking she's gonna be like Pookie from New Jack City. Like she's gonna get back in and fuck up and start smoking that shit again and be right back where she at. So that's my take on it. But it's good to see it though.
I hope not. What about you, Phenom?
I hope not either, man.
Me either. I don't want to, but I got a feeling, man, because she's around it too much. You know.
I mean, we'll touch on that too. But yeah, that's true. I mean, she still has connects in the game. Right. The first thing I thought about is when I heard her on the phone was, yo, they really should cut your phone off if you ain't pay your bill. Just think, $3 a minute, and you having phone sex. Like Verizon will cut you, or Atlantic Bell, whatever they had back in the day. You can have like $1,000 phone bill, yo.
Oh yeah, yeah, back then, yeah.
Back then, and they ain't have cell phones and none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? But it's one of those things where no internet's nothing free. That's what I mean. I think that's probably the most legit hustle she can get because, like she kind of stated, nobody's gonna hire a former base head.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
Shout out to Big Ass Biscuits, CB4. Remember? Yep. Y'all might too young. Some of y'all probably too young to remember that shit or even know about it. Go look it up.
CB4, check it out.
Yeah, the realest movies ever, yo. One of the realest movies, yo.
All right, and the really way they get into Leon. Leon's been around. I mean, Leon. We'll get to some of these little side characters like Leon and Peaches and what have you. And one of my favorite dude, Avi. But
Avi, yeah.
Like Leon's like grown up, so to speak, as well. Like he in the projects handling shit. He like the boss man now. Like they had to see him with the kid. I guess he stole the money to buy him some J's. Came out there and have a boy full plates, nigga. Like the ball. Remember when he was on Doc Leon out? I'm gonna have to look up his name. I'm sorry, I'm hosting this. I don't remember his name. But my man in the previous season, him and Leon, because that's Fatback's cousin. So when Fatback got killed, you know, he had a little bit of tension with Leon because Leon's out there,
right?
So whatever. So they tried to. Leon tried to step.
Trying to get some get back. He felt like he didn't give him no get back.
Yeah. So Leon's like, because you know he was hurting Leon's business and projects. Leon tried to step to him. He stepped up. He was old school for real. He put the gun. He had the gun off. Was like, yo, let's go. And when Leon and his boy walked out, it was like, yo, he's really trying to squab. He's like, because wasn't no shooting. You know now everybody's shooting. So but Leon, they running the crew. What y'all feel? Y'all like that scene? Well, we don't talk about the scene, and we can talk about Leon in general. I don't know. Leon, what you feel? What you feel?
I need more Leon, man. I mean, Leon is the realest dude on the show. It was funny, like when you talked about like 4 plates coming, stepping to him, and he was like, took out the gun and said, "Let's fight like a man." Leon was like, "No." Just like a Friday. He ain't want no parts of that, yo. Right. But I mean, I like the way Leon, like he turned into a gangster, yo. Like it was funny when they walked in there and Leon sitting there. I thought they was about to rob him or something.
Yeah, that's because I thought they were still like beefing type shit. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
But then Leon go out there. Dude is like, how you gonna steal from me, yo? He's like, man, it's the money's low or whatever. So I give you the shoes back. Leon's like, all right, take off your shoes. Dude was like, oh, word, thanks, Leon, thanks. Yo, took that metal pipe to them ankles, yo.
Yo, he fucked them shits up.
I felt that shit. I was like,
I said,
damn. I mean, and it wasn't just a cup. It just was one hit. It was like 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. I was like, God.
And you gotta be super hard up to rob drug dealers in the hood. Like if you're a soldier and you steal from their stash, dude, you're a deficit. You can't work no more.
Yeah.
You stay in the hood with them. You're not gonna be able to get no money with them. at all, ever. You get beat up. Lucky he didn't get killed.
Yeah, he's really lucky.
But my boy Einstein still around too. Einstein like
yo,
he
that's
fucked
my
his
guy.
foot up though.
Yeah.
That's the nerdy dude that the shooter, yo.
Yeah, the shooter,
Yeah.
Einstein
The glasses, they got yeah.
But I want to see more Leon too, man. I mean, it was good to see Leon just doing, being the head guy in the hood, I mean, it really would have been good if Leon could be on a journey with Franklin, I mean, really it would have been, but of course they on 2 different journeys. Maybe their paths will cross later on down the line, but seeing him do his thing in the hood, it was good. I thought so too, that when them dudes walked in, I was like, oh shit, man, this about to go down right now, but nah, it was going down on some kid that bought some J's and he ain't gonna be wearing them for a while.
Yeah, Leon let him keep them. Like, what about the shoes? He's like, yo, fuck it, let him keep them.
He's like, let him keep them.
He bought them.
Yeah, I was like, yo, that's hardcore. Also, side character is my man Peaches. Shout out to Del Rey, D-Ray. I said Del Rey, D-Ray.
D-Ray.
D-Ray. I feel bad because D-Ray, he had one of the funniest shows I've ever seen in person. I saw D-Ray at the Comedy Club. It's just hilarious. Anybody get a chance to check him out, definitely do. But D-Ray Peaches is back. You know what I'm saying? What y'all think? I got my own theory on Peaches, but I'll let y'all jump into it and see if one of y'all theories match my theory.
Oh, they gave him some lines, yo, this season already, yo. I think he said more lines this season than he did in the past season, yo.
Yeah.
So
he's playing the hell out of that role, though. I would have never expected him to play that kind of role because he's a comedian. I mean, he's always played these comical, satire, funny, slapstick roles, but he's really playing this role, yo. I like, yo, I'll be watching for this guy, yo, but I don't have any theories on him as of right now, but he got something up his sleeve. What's your theory?
My theory, because how they playing the sick joint, he got AIDS, yo. And
you think
as soon as I seen it, I posted, because these shows are good for this. Like last season, they had a lot of. If you ever rewatched last season, they got a lot of stuff about AIDS. They have shit on how they be having the news play in the back and posters up.
Yeah.
He was like, I'm sick. He was like, yeah, I just got this cold. But he was sick the whole episode. I got this whatever.
Summer cold.
Summer cold. I think he has AIDS.
God.
Because it's the 80s. They don't bring it in. You know what I mean? I think it's the time to bring it in. I think he got AIDS. So that's my theory.
All right. I'm going to lock it down, yo. Lock it
down. That's good. I never picked up on that. Yeah, he got the HIV.
Yeah, I think he got the house in Virginia.
He got AIDS, yo.
People to Virginia, hometown.
Yeah.
But we don't fuck around with we don't fuck around with HIVs.
Yeah, the HIV, we call it the HIV. But yeah, that's good, man. I think you spot on. I think he's got AIDS, man. You're right. Cause he's been dealing with this cold. Damn, you got me. Yo. That's what's up.
But it's crazy. Just so crazy. If you think about it, yo, back then, AIDS was a death sentence. Now you get AIDS and your ass, you pop that pill a day. They can't even find it in you no more. You're untraceable.
Yeah.
Shout out to the medicine. The miracle of science. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Magic Johnson.
There you go. Magic brought it in. The miracle of science. I'm magic, baby. Wow. I think got AIDS. I was in high school.
I know.
Still around.
It was like 90.
He's still around, yo. At the All-Star game and everything, yo. It's Magic Johnson.
30 years, yo. He got AIDS 30 years ago.
Yeah, shout out to him. Not AIDS, he had HIV.
HIV.
Yeah, somebody's gonna be in the comments. He ain't got AIDS.
Magic ain't got AIDS.
But
that's a good theory, though. I can subscribe to that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Hell of a theory.
My other boy, he was probably one of my favorite characters on the show, is Avi. Yo, Avi is back, and when we see Avi, it's gonna roll us right into my man. Teddy, don't call me Reed no more, but Avi is the man. He's back. He's out here still doing what he's doing, hanging up Nazis, selling these guns. So, I mean, how y'all feel about Avi out here? Anybody jump in? I'm gonna get a little too excited talking about him.
I love Avi. Go ahead, Phenom.
No, I need more Avi. That's it.
Yeah.
I mean, so good.
He's such a good character, yo. He's one of them characters that's like a side character that you can never get enough of, because when he was playing them roles in season 1, 2, 3, 4, oh man, yo, couldn't get enough of this dude. So I'm glad they continued a script with him and found some way for him to fit in this world, because once Shorty died, I was like, oh man, they probably gonna write him out, but they've still found a way for him to live in this world, because you know, Avi's like he gonna find a way to get what you said. He gonna do some dirt. He gonna fight somebody. He gonna be in it some kind of way, yo. I'll be the best, yo. Give me more of him, yo, all day.
Like, he's serious, but at the same time, he brings just the right amount of comedy into the joints. You know what I'm saying? Even when he ain't trying to be quote unquote funny, he's funny as shit to me, yo. Just the way he talks. That's it.
He's crazy.
He's a potential Nazi.
That's how crazy people are.
Your boy Reed was like, yo, kill the Nazi, get over it. He's like, he's potential Nazi, like, you know what I'm saying? He did. Strongly off this shit. But Avi is a man. I mean, Avi, you know, there's probably people like this out there for real, yo. You know, he in the undergrounds, like he was in the I guess the
Israeli
guard, like the CIA for like the Israelis.
The Mossad.
So he's just doing all this black market shit now. You know what I'm saying? You need something, he got a way to get it. And he does. I mean, he does his shady shit. He probably should have caught a bullet by now. You know what I'm saying? He might steal a little bit of your cash and be on the run, but Avi's Avi, yo. And he's selling guns.
He got 9 lives, yo.
Yo, he do. That's what he's just a slick motherfucker. Because it's people like that. It's just, you gotta have somebody, especially if you're in a black market type of business, somebody who can just, when you need something, you can call them, be like, yo, man, how we gonna get this motherfucking submarine? Call Avi. I would just be like, yo, my friend, I know somebody who knows somebody who got a submarine. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's the most random ass shit. You call Avi, he don't find a way to get it, yo. So
that's facts.
That is true.
One thing Avi did in it, and like Snowfall is kind of taking me down a historical pathway too. Like when they drop shit like gems in it, I kind of researched it too. So what Avi was talking about, my friend, you know, gave us these Uzis. It's named. I never knew a Uzi was named after a real person. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know it was named by
schooling me.
It's made by an Israeli. So you know, it's a little. They can shoot 900 rounds for real. Yeah. We know when we grew up in the '80s, so we saw Uzis on TVs. Miami Vice, Scarface, any movie had an Uzi.
Yeah, the Uzi. Yeah.
I mean, that was a gun of choice. Every bag I had an Uzi.
Yeah, all of them. You know what I'm saying? I had a water gun Uzi. I used to have a water gun Uzi. I was like,
yo.
But it wasn't even, you know, we old, so we don't like no good shit you can hold like some super something. I was like,
yeah, to go
it didn't hold a lot of water either, so you had to keep filling it back up. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That shit had
That's how mine was. I had an Uzi gun that, like, when you pulled the trigger, it made the little Uzi sound. You know, just like, and then I had to pull the trigger again. But that's back in the day, though. The Uzi was the gun of choice in the 80s movies. Every bag I had it. You know,
that shit was compact too. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like, you know, back in the 30s, they had the Tommy gun, but they had the drum round on it. The Uzi, like niggas could put that in this sports coat and walk up in the club like a Scarface. It started lighting up everything, yo. But yeah, that was kind of like cool to him bring it in and kind of reference where it came from. He was a close personal friend of the person who made the Uzi. You know what I'm saying? So
that's what. So shout out to Avi, and as y'all might have seen, yo, this is a different kind of party when I host. Yo, Red Cup Ali is here. It's Friday night. I just gotta deal with it. The hostess with the mostest. So we're gonna get back into
it. Man, let's do it.
Actually, since now we done kind of got an overview, talked about a lot of the characters. We just get into the plot of things pretty much. We're gonna jump back to the beginning, so to speak. We got my boy Rob. Oh my God, what's Franklin's friend's name?
I can't.
Rob. His name is Rob.
Rob.
I'm glad you
I was coming off the top of my head.
Yeah.
White Rob, and his boy Thad. I know Thad's name. They had a party at Rob's house, and Rob is Franklin's friend from high school. They've been down for it. Franklin basically kind of lived with him for a little bit.
He put Franklin on too.
Yeah, he put Franklin on the Ivy, actually. Yep, you're right.
Yeah.
He
did.
Then Franklin and them had to come back because his dad took their coke money. His dad ran the porn joint. Jerome had to come in there, fuck up the porn shoot, fuck them up a little bit. But either way, Rob's out here. You know, Franklin's been supplying Rob. Rob's supplying all the rich folks. Like one party, they get a little crazy. Thad a little out there. I don't know what he's thinking. Lit somebody up at the party, so they got to hide him, and the heat's coming on because you know it's a affluent person got shot. So now we get into Franklin and Rob. Franklin, my bad, I'm talking a little bit. But Franklin gets Rob, takes him to his mom's house to hide him out, and I mean it was good to see Rob, so to speak, because Rob's been cool. So I mean I don't know what y'all think about that little plot twist.
I mean, Rob looked kind of bad. You know, he had the bags under his eyes. You can tell he was on that shit.
Yeah, I was about to say,
you know what I'm saying? Like, he was on that shit hard. But, you know, it's funny, though, like, you know, Thad, you know, was like, yo, man, don't touch the coke, yo. You can't come here and then touch our drugs. He's like, why you being an asshole? Like, oh, word, that set Thad off. Thad was already kind of fucked up already.
He was.
Add drugs to the situation.
I mean,
but that's it. You do.
My bad. That's a white privilege to say, though. You be at a party. Just imagine you at a party and you drink somebody's drink, and they be like, yo, man, you drinking my man? Like, you drinking our drinks. And you be like, yo, all right, that's cool. Like, whatever. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's just kind of like, whatever. You'll get your ass whooped. Like, like, what the fuck? Yeah. Show some respect.
That's the worst case scenario in most cases. But he ended up getting murked. But that's the thing. That right there, you knew once that information got back to Franklin, and Rob didn't tell Franklin. Franklin saw that shit on the news.
On the news,
he was working out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So he ain't even had the decency to be like, "Yo, man, this dude just killed somebody. We gotta get him out." So they end up hiding him somewhere or getting him out somewhere. But I'm like, Franklin already knew what had to happen. Yeah, because they catch him. They're gonna give up the drugs. He's gonna give up the whole thing.
We're about to get into what happened, but Corey, what you think about that scene? Him moving him into his mom's house and all that, like, you know what I'm saying, they were Wanda and everything.
Yeah, I thought it was a nice intro to get things set for this series. You know, just this whole idea of Franklin is so big that now, you know, Thad is still doing his thing, and White or whatever, Rob. So I knew something was going to go down, but the guy came up and just snorted that stuff right out the gate, thing like, oh yeah, it's all good, I'm at a party. But I knew it when he tried to calm him down. I knew it won't going to last. But you know, you add drugs to the situation, that's going to happen. You know, and he shot that guy around the couch in front of everybody. Of course, as Phenom say, Franklin found out watching the news. It was unfortunate, man, but I love that scene. I thought it set everything in motion, and it was a dope scene because it lets you know, like, partying and drugs don't mix. Especially if a guy got a gun there, and that's what happened. He had a gun, he cocked it. Yeah, it was going down.
Yeah, so, that was crazy. Like I said, they go pick Rob up. They stash him around Franklin's mom's crib. I had a little bit of hope for Rob because, you know, Wanda talked to him. Boom. Just like, yo, because, you know, basically he ain't had any drugs. He went through like a withdrawal. She was like, yo, you just got to get through it. Like, this is the worst part. Like, after this, you can live. You know, gave Wanda a little bit of acting. Spread the wings, a little bit of acting. Go ahead, Wanda, get emotional out there. So
made her human. Yeah.
So they come back to get Rob. Rob finally gives up the goods where Thad's at. You know, they gotta go clean it up. So basically, Peaches, Franklin, and Rob go out there. They got that, thinking they're about to just pick him up and hide him out somewhere, take him across the border, what have you. Boy was out there with the. I thought he was gonna have some Jinko. Like, you see motherfuckers like that, you think you have some Jinko pants. I know this is probably in the 90s, like some wide ass shit. Some
hammer pants.
Yeah. He's out there doing his little shit. And, you know, basically it was like, yo, Rob, you gotta handle your business. Like, Rob had to do what he had to do. You know, it took a little bump, but went in there and they handled him. How y'all like this scene? Corey, with the scene?
I did. I really did like this scene. I mean, I knew Rob didn't want to do it, but Franklin is thinking like no loose ends, because that's exactly what it was. It was a loose end. This guy was a loose cannon. Eventually the cops were going to get to him, and you know he was going to spill the beans. So he made Rob do it. Rob didn't want to do it though. And of course, now the guy want to plead for life or death after he done shot somebody. No, don't do it. No, don't do it. Nigga, sit your ass down, yo. You know what's coming.
Yeah.
But yeah, he copped him, and I mean, I kind of felt like, yo, that's what you get, But Franklin was thinking like no loose ends, so I knew that's what he was doing. He was tying up all the loose ends.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I would say this though.
Oh, man.
Franklin, the way he walked up, dude was like, "Yo, what the fuck?" He's like, "Who's these people?" Like, no, that's my security guard. It's me. It's Franklin. He had like the niceties with him and stuff. Dude let his guard down. There's no way hell I would have let my guard down, at all. But then they go in the house and then
I ain't gonna say that
the gun on him.
I mean, but Franklin. I mean, well, not Franklin's boy. Rob's boy. He knows who Franklin is. Like, I'm sure he's met Franklin before. He probably really thinking like they about to just hide me away somewhere. You know what I mean? I mean, he really. I think at that point he really ain't had no options. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He really ain't had too many options. But yeah, they put him down, and then of course, you know what I'm saying, they take the trip out, and this is where I guess my boy. I guess the episode's actually called Comet. Rob's out there talking about Haley's Comet. What's it? Every how many years? 87, 76? I don't know.
I thought it was every 32.
Nah, it's I don't. Who the fuck knows, man?
Somebody research department.
I thought Haley's Comet was like every 32 or 16 years or something like that. I'm gonna do my 30-second Google stuff.
I don't know.
It is.
But I will say, y'all look it up. Why y'all look it up? So they drive out in the desert to bury the body.
76 years.
76. There we go.
Every 75 years. Yeah.
So and this was
I was wrong.
What you was talking about. You had to do what we had to do. You can go ahead and elaborate now. Now let it go.
Two things. One, when they ran up on Thad, they couldn't have shot me that easy. I'd have been running around the house. They'd have had to use all their bullets to try to catch my ass. Like, Thad was just standing there frozen, like, you really going to nah, boom. After the first shot, you should have dipped because he missed.
Yeah, we missed the first one. He definitely should have dipped.
He did.
So end up getting him killed. Then they go out there, talk about the comment, and then Franklin didn't hesitate, man.
No loose ends.
Well, let's circle back a little bit too, though, because Rob was trusting Franklin too. Because when they was in the house, he's like, "Look, stop fucking with the drugs. We'll get you in a fancy rehab facility."
He did,
and Rob was kind of like, he's like, "Yeah, okay." Then Franklin smacked the shit out of him because he was frustrated. Like, "Yo, I'm serious." But that's the acting. That's how I knew. Go ahead.
My bad. And I'm gonna let you get right back. And I want to say, I do think Franklin was serious about that because when he was talking to the family, like to Aunt Louie and all them, he even said that he was like, "Yo, we just don't put him in rehab. Like, there's no reason to lie to them. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like we just don't put him because they was like take him out. He's like, no, we just don't put him in rehab or whatever, get him back." But go ahead. So I really believe he was really thinking that's what he wanted to do.
And so, he let him get that one last hit, and Franklin was like,
yeah, once he saw that,
it was over. There's no way. I mean, like, the way dude was smoking it.
You can't trust a crackhead. Definitely.
No.
And once he saw him hit that joint, it was a wrap. It was like, oh, damn.
But I was saying that part, I was kind of surprised Franklin didn't show a little bit more emotion, that he just killed his boy. Like, I thought, he'd kill him and kind of be like, damn, I ain't want to. Because even Peaches was like, you just killed your man.
Yeah, because, he shot Peaches.
He did look like, were you supposed to do that?
Because that wasn't the plan. That wasn't the plan.
That wasn't the plan, yo. That wasn't the plan. But, it is what it is. I mean, like, I felt bad for Rob. But Franklin is in a different space now, man. He got a whole business to protect.
Yeah.
That's really what it is. That's the way I look at it. I know you didn't want to do it, but it's no loose ends, and he has seen what this drug has done to people close to him before. Once you get on it, that's it. I mean, really, you can't trust them. You cannot trust them. And he's seen folks go down because of it. So that's why he knew he's my boy, but it ain't gonna work no more, man. It ain't gonna work no more. So I was sad to see him go.
Franklin's biggest saying is it's just business.
Yeah.
And that brings us back to a couple of good reveals that happened in this episode because they did a little flashback, this and that, so to speak, with Franklin back with Veronique. And like I said, she's about her business. She had the speech to him. She was like, yo, because she was like, I'm pregnant, got this baby. You're going to do everything you need to do to protect this family. He was like, yes.
Yeah.
And that's what he was, like, honestly, I mean, that's really what it came back to in his head. Like, because I like how they did that. There was flashing back to that, and then this.
That was good.
It was like, you know what I'm saying? Yep. So that's how you knew that's what was going in his head. Like, yo, I got a baby on the way, this and that. I can't fuck no more fucking up. Like, we got to business is business now. Like, but like you said, that's his favorite line. This is business. He took it to heart, and he's running with it now. This is it.
Yeah.
Like the podcast. This is it. Share, like, subscribe.
This is it. So I got a question before we get to the next episode. What y'all think about Franklin so far? Y'all like his trajectory? Because he was kind of like soft at first, but now he's like hardcore. Like
I do. I think his progression has been gradual, which is expected. He's made this gradual ascension into being who he is. And I already can see where he's going to end up being. It's almost kind of like I don't want to say like Scarface, but it's almost like a Scarface situation where you start from the bottom and you're going to end up being here near the end. And it might crumble like a Nino Brown situation, but his situation is way different than Scarface though. But I like his projection. I mean, me personally.
But see, I don't never think Franklin was soft though. Like the only time he ever showed some hesitation, like the first person to kill, but that was just like the first person to kill. But he was been fine ordering that person to die. And Franklin ain't never really been soft. Like he's made some, I would say, quote unquote, not gonna say soft decisions, bad decisions, but in his head it was always just about business. Like, well, let's not do this because I ain't trying to fuck up this money or whatever. Instead of just like taking care of some shit right off the bat. But I don't think Franklin's ever been soft, man. I mean, he did have a soft moment, like when they didn't kill dude in the desert. Leon had to kill dude in the desert. But that's what I'm saying. But I think he was fine with killing, like somebody killing. Like he would have ordered somebody to kill him. He just wasn't like. I don't call that soft. That's just like you kill somebody. It's a big step. That's the line.
Like that's why Leon kind of knew, because Leon stepped in, was like, I got it, because he. Yeah.
Soft with it. He was out. I mean, to me, soft would have been like, well, maybe we ain't got to kill him. Maybe we could just tell him to drop him off in another city or something. Like, no, I think what it is that I think is what it is that he's a different kind of drug kingpin or a person getting to a drug kingpin that we're used to. Like most of these people have got their knuckles bloodied by the time they get there, so they're not afraid to put their hands on people to get their point across. Franklin is about business. So he's not about getting his hands dirty. He's about you getting your hands dirty and letting you make the decisions. So that is the difference between this. And you're right. That's a good point, Corey, as far as like when he came up, he really didn't, because Franklin came up fast. Because once he met Avi, you ain't soft, he let Avi shoot him in the chest. Like Avi should be put on the vessel, like, fuck it. I gotta get this key. Once he got the key, like he went from the bottom to the top. Like, like Dre said, from the bottom to the top, now we here. Like it was like boom in the instant. So he never really had he was never really in the grind, but that's why kind of like Jerome used to kind of talk to him though. Like Jerome used to kind of be like, no, this ain't for you, like, because Jerome went through the grind and that was just the weed business. So I knew the coke business don't be fucked up. He was like, yo, this coke shit's fucked up. But Franklin, it was just so quick. You know what I mean?
Right.
But that's the thing. Franklin had one chance encounter in Oakland when he met the RZA. You know what I'm saying? He showed him how to cook that freebase.
Oh yeah, that was.
You know what I'm saying? So
yeah. But that is the difference why Franklin's ascension was so much faster than everybody else that tried to do it before him, because he's thinking it through. Where everybody else make these radical decisions and want to fight and shoot and do all this dumb shit. He's like, I got to think this through. What's my best business decision to get this drug game going? So that's why his ascension was a lot faster. And that's what everybody else saw in him too. Like he ain't like everybody else. So
we're getting into
episode 2.
Episode 2. So episode 2. I mean, honestly, episode 2 we can go kind of quick, just because episode 2 was it was a lot about Teddy, like him just showing where he was at, what's going on. Of course, he was out the CIA. Again, this when we get back into Avi. He's still doing business with Avi. I remember Avi offered him a job before. I was like, yo, they kicked you out, yo. Come work for me. The wars never stop. That was the obvious thing. He was like, yo. He was like, yo, when this ends, whatever. I was like, yo, the wars never stop. Like, you know what I mean? But I guess he's doing his whatever. But he's working his way with the folks in Washington to get his way back in the good graces, to get back on the West Coast. You know what I'm saying? To get back into the drug game.
Yeah.
So. My bad. I don't want to take too long. I'm just gonna speed through it kind of quick. I mean,
because it really is an episode about Teddy. Yeah, go ahead.
And y'all can, jump back if anything you want to jump back on. But he did his little surveillance on Grady. I ain't to lie, Grady was smart though. Grady was kind of on him, but you know what I'm saying. Did the surveillance, did that, got the okay. Told Grady what's up. Grady said nah, whatever. And you know, Teddy does what Teddy does, and next thing you know, Teddy's back in the game, back in the business, and and like I said, he was like, "Yo, don't call me Reed anymore. My name's Teddy." And I was like, "Okay." So either one of y'all who want to jump in, you know what I'm saying? Talk about Teddy. I mean, really, the episode's about Teddy. Go ahead.
Yeah, the episode was all about Teddy. So just like you said, man, I mean, Teddy is doing everything he can to get back into the good grace of the CIA. He's pissed that he got out because he had been working his ass off to get to that certain level, and then they just going like, "I ain't in it no more." He's like, "Yo, fuck that, I'm getting back in." He been working his ass off, surveillance people, got the goggles on, pretending he the cable guy and shit, you know, or the electrician. He doing everything.
Or the Sunday dudes like, "Y'all work on Sundays?" Yeah. Also got to be working on
time. So this dude ain't stopped working, yo. But you can tell he's on a mission. And he's much more aggressive in this episode of getting what he wants this time. Much more aggressive, yo. And I'm like, yo, I know he in the CIA, but he's almost a little so much into this drug thing, yo. He's starting to kind of I'm curious to see where this goes because he's gonna start acting crazy, yo. I already can see it.
Yo, he's like Donnie Brasco. You know, you watch Donnie Brasco.
Yeah.
It was kind of hard for him to figure out he was in it. He was around it.
Yeah, he was in that life for so long.
Teddy.
Yep.
Yeah. But you gotta understand this though. Teddy feels that the CIA did him wrong. He was a scapegoat and they kicked him out. He wanted back in. He's like, yo, this was my life. This was everything I was doing. I set up the drug deals. I was down in Costa Rica doing all this stuff.
Yeah, took his baby from him.
He done risked his life a couple
He was down
times.
in the jungles.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
he's lucky to be alive too.
Yeah.
Know what I'm saying?
And when they did to his brother, I mean, he took his brother. I mean, he got into that. Yeah. I felt so bad for him too because he was so much into getting his objective done with this whole drug game thing that he brought his brother in to help fly the planes, and then they fucked his brother up, yo, for life. Like his brother's fucked up for life, yo.
Yeah.
So you know, for him to not reach the end result of all that he done put himself through, his family through, and his girlfriend and kid, he pissed. Yeah. So he's definitely like a Donnie Brasco.
He's looking at the wife. Look, his wife got her a new man and shit. He just watching them in the boat and shit. It's like
he's surveillancing his wife. I'm telling you,
they out there in the boat.
They about to
kissing. Roses. He's serenading her.
They rolling his shit out there.
I know he was like.
But that's the thing, yo. Teddy and the dude, Grady hit every point.
Oh yeah, when he started talking about him, he was like,
we start breaking him
down. Grady broke him down, yo.
Broke him the hell down. Yo.
Yeah.
Right. He's like, yeah, your wife don't want you. You know, you probably had a bad childhood and all this shit. Teddy was like, I'll be back tomorrow, yo.
Yeah.
Like, because he wanted him to get out. But that's the thing. All right, one thing I would say about Grady, and this might be some cinematic shit, but if somebody walk in there and you got a gun, you don't sit the gun down on the table when you cross from other people, yo. Know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Both of y'all CIA. Know what I'm saying? That's kind of, he was threatening Teddy, like, yo, I will kill you if you try to take this shit from me. Like, I took this over. You that lost everything.
Yeah. But I will say this. I don't think Teddy killed him because he was threatening him so much. He killed him because he said, yo, I know all this. I will blow it up. You try. Because he was like, I'll blow up the operation. And, you know what I'm saying? And once he said that, it was a wrap. I'm sure Teddy got on the phone, was like, yo, and they was like, gave him the okay, you know, because I don't think he would have killed him until he said, he was like, yo, I know everything. I'll blow this up.
Because how did he poison him? I didn't see how he got the poison in him. Like, what did Teddy had to break in there. When did we see it? Did he do a sleight of hand?
I have to go back and look at that to see.
Did he put it in there? Because he broke in the house already.
I mean,
that's a good question.
I don't know. I have to go back. I don't know if they showed that, but we know that's Teddy's drug of choice, Cosby style. You know what I'm saying?
That's
From last season to this season, you know what I'm saying? So, but Grady was living. He was like once Teddy started revealing more shit, like he doing business deals with Franklin, like buying real estate. And then so I was like, yo, this dude Grady skimming off the top. Like Grady was really, he was like, yo, fuck it, I'm really about this life. So he had to know when it was on last. Well, I had to say that. Maybe he worked with the CIA, everybody shady. So, but Teddy,
that's the thing.
Well, I mean, that's the difference between Teddy and Grady. Because Teddy was really about the cause. Well, I ain't gonna say about the cause. He wasn't living that lifestyle like Grady was. Even the dude that died, like
well, not by the book, but
he was by the book.
He was within the book, kind of, sort of.
Yeah.
I mean, he was about the book, but no, like
love and country.
But yeah, there you go, Phenom. Just like there you go, exactly.
Okay, that's okay. There you go.
Teddy was about his country.
You know what? You got to remember the first episode of Snowfall. The dude, they had a Grady-like character at the beginning too. That died of the overdose. That dude had to kill the girls because the CIA agent died of an overdose.
Okay, yeah.
So dude was living that lifestyle too.
Yeah, because he met the girl in the club. Yep.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, Teddy took him out. Yeah, Teddy took him out.
First CIA was the same way.
Yeah. Teddy will take your ass out if you ain't for the cause or you fucking up.
That's facts, yo.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah. Well, Teddy but look, he about the business, yo, and he would take anybody out in his way because he dead set on getting this shit. But I think he's going to turn.
I only touched on something though, because he was talking about how Grady and Franklin was making real estate deals, and Teddy was like, "You can't be doing that." But then, Franklin went to Louis and Jerome was like, "Yo, I got this deal.
Oh yeah,
though we need all this money though."
Yeah,
we need 10 million.
I didn't even touch on that, and I'm glad you did because yes, he went out there with Veronique. I gotta learn how to say her name right, but I guess it's all just laying out there. They're looking at Teddy thinking Pablo Escobar. He's like, "Yo, fuck it, we come out here." He said, "We'll build a compound." So and I don't even think he was thinking about going to the family, but she suggested go to them, like let them. Everybody needs to wet their beak and just see what they say.
Yeah.
And then you went to them, they weren't really down for it, so we don't see what happens with that. My bad.
But what he said, like, it was funny though, when he's like, "Yeah, we need 10 million. Jerome was like, "Damn, that's almost all our money." So, yeah, they got some money. Like Louis and Jerome, yo.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He said that shit. I was like, okay.
Yeah, I think they probably got 10 million in stash and they spending like crazy. Like, because it's drug money. It ain't like
that's what I was going to say. I mean,
just put in the 401k.
10 million back in the 80s
that's a lot. That's just probably like 50 million right now. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that is a lot. Yeah.
And then, like I said, it's drug money, so it ain't like you can just save it all anyway. So they're probably spending like crazy. You know what I mean? But
yeah, true.
But he also tried to get Leon too. He went out to talk to Leon. He's like, "Look, got this shit." Leon was like, "Nah, I'm good, homie."
Leon
he got the projects on lock, yo.
I was about to say Leon can have $5 million in the bank. He ain't gonna never leave the projects. He's just like, yo, this is what I know.
He ain't never gonna leave.
This is what I am.
Yeah.
But from talking about all about that business, my man Reed, aka Teddy, aka Don't Call Me Reed No More. We got one of the best scenes of the show to me was talking that business with Franklin. So he meets up with Franklin. At the end of episode 2, they sit down, they have a conversation, about what's about to happen. Reed's like, "I'm back in the game. This is what it is." Franklin was like, "Yo, man, well, I had negotiated. This was Grady." Reed was like, I'm back in the game. All this play shit y'all had going on, no more. Like we back to we back to business.
Yeah.
How y'all feel, Corey? What you think about Reed stepping in there and telling him what it is, yo?
It was like back at square one again. Like Franklin he get pigeonholed every time with Reed. Every single time he can't get away from this guy. So he thinking, "Oh yeah, everything's all good," because he's thinking, "Dude is still here."
Yeah.
Nope. Yeah. It's me. and we going back to business again. So I mean, I'm very curious on how this is all going to go because I'm already thinking like the shit's going to get fucked up. He's going to it's going to be like it was with episode 1. Like the situation with Reed and Franklin, to me, even though it never was a situation they were working together. And I felt like when he was with the other guy, they was working together. But with the situation with Reed, it was always like, you work for me. And Franklin ain't going to like that. Yeah, he ain't going to like that again. And that's going to be the friction of these going on in this episode that I'm looking forward to. So that's my take on it. It's good. It's good TV. But I know he was pissed when he saw fucking Reed show up, yo.
Yeah. Cause he's like, he's like, oh shit, let him in. Reed was like, yo, you living it nicely. Reed was like, you living nice out here now. Franklin got a nice spot. He had them old school microwave and shit. I was looking at that shit. I was like, yeah, that shit.
But y'all, you gotta understand this too. Like Franklin made a comment. He's like, I'm back to being your drug dealer boy, kind. You know what I'm saying? That power ratio.
Yeah, my bad. I just gotta correct you because this is the line of the night. The line of the night. He's like, yo, it's your world.
I was paraphrasing, but go ahead.
Yeah, he said, it's your world. I just sell dope in it. I was like, damn.
There you go.
Yeah, that's what he did. Yeah, Reed was like, it's a problem. He's like, yo, it's your world. I just sell dope in it. So my bad. Go ahead. But nah.
Yeah.
That's the line of the night to me.
That is good.
I'm gonna tell you, there's one hole in Franklin's dreams that I don't think he realizes. Like he wants to get out and be legit. CIA ain't gonna let you out, man.
Never.
Yeah.
There's always going to be one more.
Like it's like if you're an informant, like if you're a CIA or FBI informant, you're never out the game, yo. You never, because they always got too much dirt on you.
Yeah.
So that's why I really want to see like what Franklin's arc is going to be, because look, he can have all the dreams about his real estate and say, I'm giving up the dope game. It's not gonna happen, yo. It's not gonna happen.
Yeah,
that's what I'm interested. I mean, I think personally, eventually Reed may go down. It's going to be, this is just me personally, that maybe there's going to be a clash between Franklin and Reed or Teddy or whatever the hell his name is in this. And it's going to be between them two. But go ahead, Ali. My bad. I cut you off.
Oh, no. I was just with you when you were saying it's always one more. It's always one more. So you can never get out the game with them. The only way he could ever get out the game is like to go to another country. And even in the CIA, you might just track you down because they don't want no loose ends. So it's a wrap. Getting out the game.
That's it.
Yeah. Let me add something else. You said $10 million.
I got a couple of questions. Oh, go ahead. What's $10 million worth today? Yeah, there you go. I was gonna Google it, but I'm too lazy.
25,575,000. So he's sitting on 25 mil.
And yeah, I think it's only been 16 months since they went out their home though. Yeah, that's 25 million. They may have had. Well, I said they probably had about 5 million just from doing, but that's like 20 million in a year and a half. So these guys are making money. And if you ever watch like Narco, go ahead.
Narcos,
I was gonna say, and all of this has been happening since Reed's been out the picture. So that's why I'm like, Franklin ain't gonna like this shit, yo. It's gonna come to head, yo. But go ahead, my bad.
Oh, facts.
Oh no, that's it. So actually, I just got it. I mean, because I ain't gonna lie, after I watched the episodes and this and that, I did get on the interwebs. The Peaches AIDS was my shit. Check Reddit. I posted that shit. Everybody started liking it. It was like, oh shit. I was the first person to say that shit. But other people, it's a lot of people online that think that Franklin's dad is not dead. Because, the end of last season, when they showed Reed there, they never actually showed him killing him. So everybody online, it's a lot of people online, and just the fact, I ain't just saying the fact that Franklin's working, he has no choice but to fuck with Reed. But he talked to his moms and shit. Do y'all think his dad is dead? I don't know.
No, I'm glad you brought that up, because I'm like, there's no way in that 16-month period that Franklin didn't talk to his mother, and his mother didn't let him know that his dad was dead. And she would have still stayed in Cuba.
Yeah, why she's still
if he's dead, there's no reason for him. Why would he be back in the States?
Damn, I didn't even think about that.
I was thinking about it either. I was like, oh shit, they're right. And she's still in Cuba. Like, why did she come home?
Yeah.
So yeah.
I think he's still alive. Yeah, that's true.
He's still alive. Second thing, it's not really like a question or anything, but they did tie in a lot of the back in the 90s, late 80s, early 90s was when LA, the police force just turned into a motherfucking military operation gang. They was fucking niggas up back then. As we all know, led up to the exploded on the Rodney King shit. They was doing that shit long before. Like, fuck this. It's a war beyond the war. They had police people fighting a war that wasn't really a war, yeah. But that's a whole other subject. They had my black man, my dude. Dudes was in, oh my God, the cop. I don't think about it.
Black cop.
I come back. Yeah, black cop. But you know, he's working with Louis. He needs something. Think Louis is gonna give up, or what's gonna happen with all that?
Man, I was looking. I said that's one of Ali cousins, yo, causing police brutality out there. Yo. But no, I mean, like, yo, when I saw you brought up a good point. Like, they just went into somebody's house, beat up the family. Told him, he told the mom, like, yo, will you please shut the fuck up? That shit to me, that kind of hurt my heart. Yo, I'm like, oh, don't talk to the Black Queen like that, man. Then they made her get out the way.
No, but they just make it out the way. She said something back. He said the rest of it. Like they ran like, no, he was like arrested her. He was like, well, go ahead.
But I mean, I want to see what his arc is going to be because, like, he's dirty all the way through and through. I think Louis is going to compromise him. I think that's what's going to happen. I don't think Louis is going to give up Franklin, or because he keeps saying, I need something to get back to my superiors, or I can't protect you no more. You can lose my protection. That's why I think when he said that to Louis, that's kind of a threat. And I think Louis is going to kind of get him out the way. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, she's going to have to. She's going to have to.
I wish I had more to say than that. You hit it nail on the head. That's I feel the exact same way. Exact same way with him. Yeah, he a dirty cop, man, and they really drill it more home that he's a brother that's a dirty cop to let you know that how bad that particular situation was in the 80s and 90s, where it was all out. Like, it didn't matter. White cop, black cop, cops were coming after and doing that. You know, so it's second everything you said, man.
And that's pretty much about it. I mean, we know what I'm saying. We had the Cuban shit, Louis with the cops, Gustavo. I guess we didn't even talk about Gustavo. He was only in there for like a split second when Teddy came back.
He wasn't in there a lot
at all.
Nah, he just brought him back though.
Yeah, I like Gustavo. I don't know what's going to happen with him or what have you. I mean, they ended it last season with him finding out about Shorty from Mexico living in Miami. Then maybe they'll try to tie that in. I hope not. Like, to me, that'll just be a little bit too much.
I mean, she's like 2 episodes back though. Like, she was like, why bring her back now?
Yeah,
because she wasn't in the 3rd season, I don't believe.
Yeah, I mean, she disappeared. Like, after all the shit happened, she dipped out. When they had to kill the other CIA lady, and all that. So
yeah. To me, that storyline is a wrap. It's done. Yeah, so it's no sense of bringing it back.
Yeah, I hope they don't bring that back. So that's it. Get everybody's final thoughts, yo. Like, go ahead.
I loved it. I thought the episode 1 was great. I thought episode 2 was just as good. I mean, it was more focused on what Teddy was doing, but it was necessary because it was 2 episodes, and it's about Franklin and what he was doing on the first episode, and then it revolved into Teddy and what he's doing at the same time. All this, and of course, it ended with them 2 meeting up, and now the episode is really going to kick off. So I'm all in it.
Yeah.
Actually, now that you said that makes it make a lot. Makes a lot of sense as far as how they did it. Like the Franklin in the beginning, because that's the first hour we all into it. The second hour, it's good because if this episode was next week, I'm sure I would have liked it, but I'm sure a lot of people were probably like, "Oh, that episode's kind of boring." Like
a slow one,
the slow one because they're bringing Reed back, so they probably just put him on. It was like, "Yo, let's get Reed back in the picture, good, strong." We just knocked it all out in one night.
Right, and it ended with them 2 coming together. So now,
just like you said, like one Franklin, one Reed, and now, the boys are back in town. The boys are back in town. Oh yeah.
But I would say this though, the last episode with the interaction between Reed and Franklin, it just shows like he's really about to flex his muscles. And Franklin's about to. He knows he's gonna feel it. One question Franklin asks, he's like, "Yo, Grady said, I get it for 9,000. He's like, no, it's gonna be 10.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And
Reed is a lot more aggressive.
That's how you know, like, Franklin's like, man, I don't want that right there just shows who has the power right now. So I don't know, man.
Yeah, it looked like you kind of froze up. Like, what
you
was it?
You gotta repeat a little bit of that.
Yeah, just go ahead and say a little bit. You something about Reed flexing his muscles with Franklin?
My bad.
You got that fancy ass theater.
Yeah,
man. Look at all those
Franklin
seats.
like saying,
it's because that all that disc
man,
and
my
shit
pop
over there. All the pillows fucking up the Wi-Fi.
Yeah,
they can't look. The motherfuckers look. They can't catch a pass. How the fuck you think they gonna catch a Wi-Fi signal? Go ahead.
Yo, man, they gonna next time they gonna be commanders pillows, yo. But yo. Like when Reed said, when Franklin asked, Grady said it's gonna be 9 for me, and Reed was like, no, it's gonna be 10. Keep it at 10.
Mm-hmm.
That right there showed like the power. Like Franklin's like, here we go again with this bullshit. That's exactly how Franklin felt after that, yo.
Mm-hmm.
And Reed is like, yo, I'm back in charge, yo. You work for me now, like y'all said at the beginning, yo.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, there it goes.
It's crazy, man.
I know. And just to wrap it up, you know what I'm saying? I love both episodes. Both of y'all made some great points there as far as, how they did Franklin Reed's intention, wrap it up, and they tied in intention at the end. Because when your boy's like, you want a cigar? They go back to the cigar box, had the gun in it. You know what I'm saying? He's like, yo, just in case. Like, you know what I'm saying? So the tension's there. I'm sure it's gonna be there all season. So every week, Wednesday, 10 o'clock, show comes on. We're gonna be following up. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
We're gonna wrap up the season. Snowfall, one of the best shows on TV. If you haven't watched it, you need to watch it. Well, fuck it. If you made it this far and you ain't watched it, you're a good person. So I'm sure. But if everybody does watch Snowfall, definitely check us out week to week. And we're gonna be out of here. Yo, I'm Hollywood. Yeah. Corey Roy. You doing the point? Oh, he's just a wave.
Oh yeah. Wave. Which way? I don't know where that. I'm here, Corey Roy. You can.
Oh yeah.
I'm Corey Roy. You can catch me all over the interwebs at Corey Roy _. There you go. Boom, boom, boom.
Phenom
202. Yo, can't wait till next Wednesday, yo.
That's it.
If this was on Netflix, I'd be happy right now. I'd have binge watched this joint, but gotta wait till next week, man. Every time.
Again, Hollywood DA, you know what it is. Share, like, subscribe. This is it. Podcast. Check us out everywhere. You know what I'm saying? We got podcast, audio. We got video on YouTube. Different shows, music reactions, trailers, and all that. We cover the media landscape. So fuck with us.
Everything.
Everything. So, you know what I'm saying? So like my man Franklin would say, yo, YouTube world, yo, YouTube, this is your world. We just sell dope in it.
There we go.
Because this is where it's at. You can get with this, or you can get with that. You can get with this, or you can get with that. You can get with this, or you can get with that. I think you'll get with this, because this is where it's at.